Hello, beautiful men of YouTube. My name is Emily. Big welcome to anyone who may be tuning in for the first time. Recently, I have been doing a series for men on how to really learn what women are needing on Earth at this time, as we're all going through an ascension process. And all human beings are going through ascension, whether they know it or not. Ascension is kind of a misleading word because it makes us seem like we're going up and out of the body, when in fact we're actually coming into our divine embodiments more and more. And, you know, through media entertainment over the last 20 years, there has been so much propaganda coming at both men and women to be certain ways. And one of my goals for this specific video series that I've been doing, this is going to be my 5th video, is to help both men and women and any non-binary people who are truly non-binary people. Like, there actually are non-binary people born that have ovaries and testicles all the time. And there are also beings who authentically truly feel, when they do all their inner healing and all their inner work, actually feel like they are of mixed sex. Okay, so I leave room for all of this, but I want to be specific that who I'm really talking to is heterosexual people. People who want to feel that full integration of their body, their mind, their spiritual essence, and their overall soul. And they want to integrate that fully into this physical realm. Okay, so that's who I'm primarily creating this video for. I just want to be specific because I know there's so many different experiences out there. Okay, now to begin, I would like to share with you a teacher by the name of John Wineland. He is a polarity teacher, and he's really a smart dude. I would say he's one of the top polarity teachers for men. There are, of course, many others that are excellent. And if we're talking about females that I think are doing a really good job in this space, I would refer any man watching to Teal Swan. She just, I think, in the winter time released like a brand new course that is, from what I can tell, probably one of the most accurate female voices speaking to what women are really needing on Earth. Okay, let's go with John. Here we go.
If a woman withdraws or starts to shut down, more than likely what it means is that she has lost trust in your ability to make her feel safe in your presence, or she has lost respect for the way that you are living your life. If she has lost respect for the way that you're living your life, that is a conversation that you likely need to have. And it looks something like, hey, I'm wondering if there are places where you've lost trust. You've lost trust in my leadership. You've lost trust in how I'm living in the world. The third one, she may be holding on to past resentments that haven't been fully excavated. Chances are you might know what those are. Something that happened 3 months ago, 4 months ago. So part of your work is going to be to lean into that and say, hey, let's sit down and we'll have a structured, clear, safe clearing where you can share with me anything that you're holding on to, and then I will do my best to put myself in your shoes and really feel what that was like for you, and then I will do my best to apologize where I can. So oftentimes those 3 things will fix what is causing her to withdraw. If it doesn't, then you may have something bigger to work on in your relationship.
Okay, so we are going to be talking about repair and really peace, and how we bring peace to women. So if you see me looking down here, I have a notebook that I've made notes in. So the first thing that any man has to do is he has to be willing and able to welcome the new peaceful earth into his atoms, into the fiber and beingness of his being, right? Like, as a lot of polarity teachers say, he has to be willing to breathe peace into his balls, into his scrotum, into his root chakra. And he has to be willing to really be in a steady, place of inner peacefulness that supports the new energetics coming forth on the earth, which is a peaceful earth. And this is not an easy thing to do as a man, and I actually have a lot of empathy and compassion for men who have been trained through even violent video game programming, staring at a screen, killing people, thinking it's nothing, to going and being in the army and all these things. Like there's been so much generational male energy that teaches men that they have to compete and that they have to dominate and that they have to control and manipulate. Okay, so clearing these ancestral, I guess if we were talking in the Vedic tradition, we would call these like samskaras of the masculine lineages out, and being able to be like, oh, I'm actually a peaceful being and I pursue peace because I know that when I win, other people win. And when other people win, I win. And I'm not actually in competition with anyone. I'm just here to be of service to love and truth and goodness and beauty and joy and peace. Okay, wonderful. So, bringing peace to women is so important because women are receivers, right? Their electromagnetic field is created to receive masculine presence. So when you bring a woman your chaos, when you bring a woman your crises, your insecurities, your fears, your, like, it's okay to do that, right? We're all going through this crazy ascension process. So if you have a lot of this going on in your life and you need to bring it to women, that is fine. But what you need to do is you need to tell women and ask if you can dump shit on them, right? Because like maybe a woman's like 2 days before her menstruation and she's like already just feeling the weight of the collective female, and she's just like, you know what? I can't hold that today. It's not a good day for me to like be able to try to help you alchemize and structure because I'm feeling this way, etc. So I'm not saying that you can't bring hard, tough, chaotic, crazy emotions to women, but when you do, it's really, really important to say, can I bring this to you? Like, can you hold space for me? And can you be in your masculine while I be in my feminine for this now and moment? And see what, and if your woman can do that for you, right? Asking is a really beautiful thing. And it also is important that you're able to cultivate peace within your own self and to really hold a peaceful masculine on earth at this time. Okay, now, the word I got for bringing peace to a woman and what that actually offers and gives to your woman, I heard divine confluence. Okay, I didn't know what confluence meant, so I looked it up, and it's a flowing together of like two watery bodies, like two rivers like meeting, or two people having great confluence. It's them like coming together and having flow and having like synergistic, harmonious union, right? So this is what a really peaceful, like, okay, a lot of people in the polarity world call the masculine consciousness. Like when someone is able to be present and conscious, that is a masculine energy, right? And then when someone is able to be energetic and moving and dancing and flowing, that is more of a feminine energy, right? So giving us way to think about these things. But the gift of presence, stable presence, like, you know, a woman's crying and screaming at you and hysterical, just go give that woman a hug. She just needs a hug from you, okay? Like, seriously, guys, the presence of a truly stable masculine nervous system is a gift in any woman's life. Okay. The second thing that came through to talk about today is how important it is to recognize the type of woman that you're with. And specifically today, what I want to talk about is sensitive women. Okay, now, not all men like a sensitive woman, because a sensitive woman is a more finely tuned woman, right? And, you know, whatever your preference is your preference. But you should know that if you're with a sensitive woman, the more she has actively purified her own body temple, her own sacred vessel, the more sensitive she becomes, right? Energetically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So when you come and, you know, like want to be held in the presence of what a beautiful, sensitive woman offers to any man, that woman is going to be able to tell where you are out of alignment as a man, right? That's not going to be like rocket science for her. It's going to be quite easy for any woman who has the art and gift of spiritual sensitivity and discernment to know where a man is or isn't out of alignment, and specifically where you are falling short on your soul purpose and mission if you are putting your seed in a woman's body. This is particularly true. Okay, this was news to me. I was taking notes like, oh my God, this is fascinating. Okay, so here we go. So I never thought about this before, but what I was shown is that your semen holds your divine blueprint, right? It makes sense actually, like spiritually, creatively, energetically, like this life force essence holds your divine sacred blueprint. Okay, if you are putting that into a woman's body, then her receiver, divine feminine Magia, is able to understand what your soul mission is, and she is able to, if she's sensitive, be like, oh, this is what the divine soul purpose is, and this is what is happening. And I, as a sensitive, receiving divine feminine woman, can tell what is off here, right? And this is why they say that a boy loves a woman because of how kind and sweet and gentle and beautiful and inspiring she is. And a man loves a woman because she can look at a man and say something hard that he may need to hear in a nice way. Okay, so here's that truth. Stop putting your semen into women you have no intention of being with for less than 5 years. Okay, now, I know this is a big ask for men, but I want to explain what the ancient Vedic science says about this. Okay. Ancient Vedic science says that a skilled yogini or yogi will, after having sexual intercourse, it will take 4 years to fully burn through the energy of that entanglement that you've just created with a person, right? And I can read the ancient texts all I want, but I can also tell you that I, Emily, have been celibate for over 4 years. And there truly was something undeniable that happened right around the 4-year mark for me that was like, oh my goddess, like this, I really think that it's absolutely 100% correct within my own lived experience. Okay, try it for yourself, do an experiment for yourself if you can, if you choose, if you want to, none of my business. But personally, after I'm over 4 years, but when I was a little bit before actually for me, when I hit that mark, there was a remarkable change within my energetic field. And a lot of women talk about this, that when they start sleeping with a man, they start to feel a drag on their energy. Okay, if you're holding a big bag of karmic shit and you're starting to sleep with a woman, she's mixing all that and she's got to process and transmute and alchemize all that. So if you have no intention of being with a woman, like literally, if you're just like, oh, I have no intention of being with this woman long term, then stop putting your semen inside of her mouth or her magical purse, okay? Okay, why 5 years? Okay, because it's going to take 4 years for two people that come together in sexual union to alchemize what is there to be alchemized between them. So on that 5th year, you will see the fruits of coming together in any given connection. And yeah, this might be less or more depending on the amount of purity work that people have done prior to this type of engagement. And there's all different types of purity, right? Like, I've been working a lot on my own purity of essence. This has included exiting so many things from my life that people think are quite normal, even like watching casual Netflix or going to Hollywood videos, okay? I'm not taking in those subconscious images and haven't been for a very long time. I, Emily, do not watch pornography and take that in. I, Emily, eat a primarily plant-based diet. Not always. There are instances where I do eat meat, but for many years, mostly just plants. I also haven't been doing other things. Like, I'm not going to go through my full list of my practices, but I have really taken the time and the hard work, because it is truly hard work and effort, to bring myself into my own field of my own unique divine blueprint and soul's essence. Okay, now what they showed me was that though a woman's womb is very similar to like a honey beehive, like a beehive, okay? It has like a certain resonance, frequency, vibration. And when you bring chaotic energy from your balls into that woman's womb space, right, that's gonna disturb the vibration. So as men, you are projectors, right? Men have a projective energy, just like the penis is projected from the body, right? Women's womb is an internal thing. Now, someone in one of my last The Art of Loving Women Well videos came at me and was like, well, what do you know about men's energy body? It's like, well, actually, I know that your nervous system runs on dopamine, and that it's really wonderful for you to regulate your system through tasks that give you that reward of like, oh, I'm accomplishing things, I'm getting things done, I'm going on my mission. And I also know that men get a testosterone peak every morning. It's around 7 a.m. And then they get little hits of testosterone throughout the day, and they get kind of a little bigger bump at night, not as big as the morning bump, right? So they're kind of just like on a sun's solar cycle. Like this is the masculine energy. 24-hour clock. Yeah. So here's the message as I channeled it. Bring clean energy to any woman you are serious about. If you're not serious about a woman, exit her life. If you are serious about dating her, then try to not bring chaos, insecurity, bullshit, carrot dangle, playboy, cowboy energy to her, right? You either want a woman in your life or you don't. And as the masculine energy, you are the decision maker, right? Masculine energy is decisive. So when you bring a woman in decision, it's a peace wrecker in her life. It just wrecks her peace, and it's like, it's futile is the word that I'm hearing. It's a futile energy. And so, you know, I know that so many men on planet Earth have been programmed that they just get to hit it and quit it. But really, if you want to step into divine masculinity and you want to stop propagating toxic patriarchy on the planet, then this is something that men need to begin to understand, and they need to care about women. They need to care about the women in their lives as much as they care about their own satisfaction. Because if we don't, then we have things like the things we see going on our planet, right? Because in a planet that has lost the presence of Divine Mother, there are the Epstein files. There are men deciding to rape their wives. There are children being chained up and abused all over Africa. And these things they can't continue to go on. And I really believe that the Divine Mother is like, no, like buzzer went off a long time ago, shit's over. Okay, now we're moving into, I'm so sorry, that was intense, I know. I am a very clear and open channel, has come from many years of practice. So sometimes when I am in this energetic space of channeling, I just feel the full force of the feminine energy and power on earth, like rising within me, and it just like comes out. So, yeah, I do my best to hold that peacefulness within. Okay, now, the next thing that came through is that actions speak louder than words ever will. And we've always heard this, it's cliche. Actions speak louder than words. But really, what is the best repentance, right? And repentance is a word that I'm comfortable with. Some people might not be comfortable with that word, but the best repentance in any person's life is actually changed behavior the next time you get the opportunity, right? The next time the opportunity presents itself for you to do that thing that you always do, and you change that behavior, that is truly a sign that you are really working on repenting and doing a better job in your life as a man. Okay. And the last thing, well, actually, two more things. So the second to last thing is we need men, as women, we need men to understand that you need to stop saying things to women that indicate you want a future with them if you don't actually want a future with them. So when you say to that woman that you're dating, I'd like to go to Cape Cod next summer and we could go on a sailboat. Okay, that woman's heart expands to Cape Cod next summer on a sailboat. When you say to a woman, oh, I can see us here drinking wine with our 2 daughters, with our girls. That woman's heart expands to you and your 2 daughters sitting there drinking wine. When you say to a woman, oh, I would love you to meet my mother, that woman's heart expands to suddenly her meeting your mother, right? So men need to understand that you shouldn't be saying things to women that you have absolutely no intention of ever bringing into fruition. It's cruel. It's a cruel activity that men do. And yeah, women are beautiful and holy and sacred beings. And they deserve your integrity of your word. And so, you know, one of my girlfriends, I was talking to her and she's struggling so hard because she has a man in her life who's making all these promises to her and plans about futures and kids, and then he's like not actually into having that actual thing on play, right? That's hard on a woman. Like if you want to bring peace to a woman, that's one way you can bring and clean up yourself as a man. Okay, I actually have a little light code for this one. It's right there. Kia sata arapapa, tu arapapa, sata kia tu arapa. Okay, now, Emily, by the way, I have decided that I am no longer in fear or desiring for people to understand me. Like, I'm a first child and I'm a girl, and I'm also really talented at teaching. And because of all of these 3 reasons, I feel like I'm often trying to be understood, but I'm in full recognition now that I have to be able to move at my own pace. And you know what? If my pace is moving faster than people can keep up with. I am no longer going to be slowed down. And what is slowing me down, I've recognized for myself, is my fear of being misunderstood. And so I'm really now just opening myself and allowing myself to be misunderstood, and just know that that's okay, and having faith and trust that I will be understood by people who are meant to understand me or truly desire to understand me from this space in their heart. And yeah, and I'm just letting go of the fear of being who I am and who I'm here to be. And yeah, so that's that. Okay. And lastly, John Wineland, what we watched at the beginning. Okay, men, you are the active beings, right? Your job to create repair. Your job to move towards what you want. You're the third dimensional leader of this planet, and we need you guys. We need you guys. We need all men out there stepping up and doing what is right, what is in integrity, and what holds virtue, right? This planet lacks virtue, but what we really need is men stepping into your virtuous beings and being strong and going after what you want and feeling that confidence that the divine is backing you and that you have the power and the will and the authority to change this earth and to make this a better, greater place for as many women and children as possible. So think about your woman and think about what John Wineland said. If she's lost trust in you, or if she's lost respect in you, then it's your job to come forward and to repair that. Did you hear a little patchy over there? That's a cute doggy. Has one patch on his eye. Be loyal to what you love, right? Be loyal to what you love, dog spirit. And repair what needs to be repaired. And if you cannot muster the courage and the determination and the fortitude to repair where you have been out of integrity as a man, then no woman is going to trust you and you're going to stay a boy. And I say that lovingly and with my heart wide open, but like, we need men on the planet. We don't need boys anymore because people are hurting and we need men to be doing good work. And men do the best work when they come into union with powerful women. And that's the way it's always been, all the way when we've had priest kings from long before. And that's the way it's always going to be, because God's source creator is great, and divine feminine women and divine masculine men are meant to work together in collaboration and communion in ways that will defy logic and will like just bring peace, goodness, and happiness to this earth. And so it is. Okay. If you stayed all the way to the end of this video and you received something of value, I would appreciate a thumbs up, share this, comment, send it to another bro that could use it, and also check out my playlist series, The Art of Loving Women Well. This is the 5th video, so there are 4 other wonderful videos. I do think you should start at the beginning. There is a sequence to these, but yeah, check it out if it so appeals to you, and otherwise, I hope you have a beautiful day.